Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you on top of the week. Today is a very important day. The disengagement along the LAC and the joint India-China statement this afternoon, the sudden voices of conciliation from Beijing should not be entirely trusted. China is a backstabber, but a very practical one. It has realized that the level of intent, the intensity of purpose, and New India's determination to hit them back is at an all-time high. That's why, for now, they are not taking chances. But they've also noticed what has been happening over the last 1 month. Not once did the Prime Minister of India agree to negotiate on China's terms. Instead, we put all our diplomatic, military, and economic might to fight China back. We showed a determination no country in the world has done before to fight China. And the final nail in the coffin was the Prime Minister's visit to Leh on Friday. His clear assertion that we will fight a bloody battle if required to defeat the expansionists left Jinping without any options. And so, for the second time in his prime ministership, for the second time, first Doklam and now Ladakh, the Chinese have been pushed back. Some experts say that thrown out is too strong a word, but that is the reality. The Chinese, at least for now, have been thrown out. They have started uprooting their tents and are being thrown out. But we must not stop hitting them. We must not stop our determination not to let the Chinese maul and use our free markets. Our steely determination, sharpened by the events of the last couple of months, must not waver. As a nation, we appeal to everyone to stand behind the government and the Prime Minister and our military. As we build unmatchable military muscle, we must do that. We must be prepared to make sacrifices so we can spend more on defense. And we must also spend more, build more diplomatic global clout, ladies and gentlemen. The younger generation of Indians must believe that we must have the conviction to beat the Chinese diplomatically worldwide. We must now be in mission mode for that. For now, we should celebrate the Chinese being thrown out. I will celebrate with you. But viewers, with you, you and I will watch their moves with caution and with focus. And whatever has gone through the last 1 month, we will learn from it. Ladies and gentlemen, Modi policy wins, Jinping and China pushback debate number 1. Ladakh reality check for the anti-national lobby debate number 2. And viewers, the remarkable news that breaks out now, that the 51-year-old adolescent has never performed a basic parliamentary duty by bunking all meetings of the Standing Committee on Defense. Who the hell does he think he is? All this and more is coming up, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on The Debate Tonight. A strong and decisive leadership by Prime Minister Modi pushes China back at the line of actual control. Big win for the forces. Front-footed policy with a diplomatic, economic, digital and military strike back has tamed expansionist China. 2 are hard negotiations by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval forced the Chinese to agree on de-escalation at the earliest. India's victory is a tight slap in the face of the negativity gang. We will bust their Ladakh lies tonight. American B-52 bombers are roaring over the South China Sea. The US military exercise has sent a very strong warning to Beijing. And the BJP exposes and alleges that Rahul Gandhi has not attended even a single meeting of the Standing Committee on Defense, which he is a member of. And ladies and gentlemen, the fact that China has been pushed back today is a strong assertion of the Prime Minister's leadership. India has achieved this victory not by waving the white flag, which is the most important thing to remember. We have achieved this not by begging for peace, which is the important thing to remember. We have won this with a front-footed diplomatic and strategic policy. Diplomatic, economic, military, strategic, geopolitical policy. Here is how Modi's unflinching resolve and no compromise attitude finally tamed the global bully, and then we debate.
विस्तारवाद की जीत जब किसी पर सवार हुई है, उसने हमेशा विश्व शांति के सामने खतरा पैदा किया है। और साथियों, ये न भूले, इतिहास गवाह है कि ऐसी ताकतें मिट गई हैं या मुड़ने के लिए मजबूर हो गई है।
3 days after that roaring assertion from the terrains of Nimu in Ladakh, the biggest breakthrough has been achieved. 62 days into the India-China standoff at the line of actual control, the biggest takeaway being making Beijing adhere to the LAC. In the 2-hour telephonic conversation between Ajit Doval and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, it has been decided that no unilateral action will be taken to alter status quo ante. The process of de-escalation will be expedited. Both sides will avoid confrontation and disengagement will be completed at the earliest.
The LAC's sanctity on the ground has to be maintained. Now, that is the crux of the talks that were happening at the Corps Commander level as also at the Joint Secretary level. But then the Chinese were not pulling back. Now, this statement makes it very clear that disengagement has to happen, complete disengagement has to happen, whatever is happening has to be expedited, and it has to happen step by step, phased manner, so that it is verified.
Top government sources have revealed that PLA has been seen removing tents and structures at Patrol Point 14. Their vehicles have moved back and there's been pullback at the general area in Galwan, Hot Springs and Gogra. Post the Galwan clash, where our soldiers died in action saving every inch of our territory, rules of engagement changed.
लद्दाख में हमारे 20 जाबाज शहीद हुए, लेकिन जिन्होंने भारत माता की तरफ आंख उठाकर देखा था, उन्हें वो सबक सिखा कर गए।
Harder negotiations began militarily and there was non-stop engagement at diplomatic level. A front-footed strategy became the benchmark. And it has defined a new chapter in Indian diplomacy that believes in standing its ground rather than waving the white flag in the face of grave provocation. Our Apaches and MiG-29s have been guarding the airspace at the LAC.
Every air warrior at this base, and not only this base, across the entire Indian Air Force, is fully trained and capable to meet all the challenges. Our Josh has always been high and touching the sky with glory.
The digital strike with the ban of 59 Chinese apps has hurt them economically.
भारत के लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए भारत डिजिटल स्ट्राइक करना भी जानता है। यह है भारत का संकल्प और साहस।
Our resolve to become Atmanirbhar has made Beijing realize that India means business.
कुछ देश जिसको कि प्रायर रेफरेंस कंट्रीज हम लोग कहते हैं, जो कि जिनका की सीमा हमारे सीमा से जुड़ा, वहाँ से इंपोर्ट के पहले परमिशन लेनी। हम लोग चाहते हैं कि हमारा पावर सेक्टर पूरे तौर पर आत्मनिर्भर हो जाए, यानी कि भारत में बने।
And the global ring fencing with strategic partnerships is making China feel the heat in the South China Sea. If adversaries still don't get the message, they should watch Indian forces in action. Their commitment defines the government's steely resolve. Let's debate.
Ajay Alok, Smita Prakash, Saurabh Shukla, Gaurav Arya, Srinam Chaulia, Vivek Srivastav, DK Giri, Anirban Banerjee and Maulana Saidul Qadri. Welcome everybody to the debate. You know, there are moments when we need to speak as Indians. I think DK today is one of them. You'll agree with me, Anirban, DK, Maulana Qadri, and I hope even Vivek Srivastav will appreciate that this is what has happened is a massive victory. This is exactly, Smita, what the detractors said will not happen. They said the Chinese will not move back. Their entire conviction was in the fact that the Chinese will not move back. And they said on television shows, they said, listen, Arnab, you can block their apps, it's a joke. You can block them economically. They said it will not be effective. You can build your military muscle, it will not work. You can increase your deployment, you can improve your roads, but it will not be effective. Modi can go to Leh, it will not work because China is a different kind of country, they said. And what they said essentially was that we are soft and China is hard, and that's been, we are weak and they are strong. And therefore what has happened today is a tremendous achievement because the PLA troops are moving back exactly in eastern Ladakh, in exactly the places where the detractors say that they will not go. And this has not happened. Allow me to, Vivek, complete. Allow me to complete. Why this is a victory? Okay, this is a victory because no, okay, fine. So they moved back, which you said will not happen, but allow me to complete. This is a victory, and now I open the debate with Smita and you. This is a victory because all this has not happened because we have compromised or gone soft. This has happened because this has not happened because we obeyed what the Chinese wanted us to do. This has not happened because we waved a white flag. This has only happened because we were tougher, because we were ready to escalate.
No, I think
because we said we are ready to escalate. You show us the matrix, we'll escalate.
When two nations talk, it is the white flag.
Well, we didn't have to
When
do
two
that.
neighbors talk, it's the white flag.
Vivek will debate with
Was it
Smita.
not the white flag?
I just want you to admit it's a big victory. Vivek Jinping and Smita Prakash to start with. I just want them to admit it's a huge victory for the Modi approach. That's all. Smita maybe wants to make a point first.
It's peace. I mean, if
I mean
talks,
what?
If talks are working, I think it is welcome. It's welcome that talks are happening, and it's welcome that both the sides have come to some sort of an agreement, and peace is happening. That's what I really feel. So
Okay.
I mean, seeing it as
You're not
a
being able
war,
to
as a
debate today.
victory,
Smita.
as a retaliation.
No, I need you to.
that's
No,
not the
no.
right words.
Cannot believe.
Smita.
I cannot believe this is Vikas speaking.
Yeah. He sounds like Beijing.
I find it hard to believe that Vikas is actually in a mild,
Vivek.
accepting mood. Very nice, very nice. Der aaye, durust aaye. Vivek, yes. Chinese, today what we heard was that the Chinese move to disengage. According to sources, what they are going to do is withdraw some of their forces from Galwan, PP-15, Hot Springs and the Finger area. Now, I would still say trust and verify. I would not celebrate knowing the Chinese. I would not. I understand that, after so many days of stress and so many emotional moments of seeing funerals of our soldiers who died in action, it is even a small ray of hope is something to celebrate about. But I think our armed forces at least, will keenly monitor this so-called withdrawal which is happening, because I would still say that just taking 10 trucks back and bringing 4 trucks front is not really withdrawal. Disengaging or putting down a few tents will not be withdrawal. When they actually do de-escalation, continuous de-escalation, then I will believe that it is not a cosmetic withdrawal. It is a serious attempt to disengage and to de-escalate. The Indian statement has something
Anirban.
for us to feel
Yes,
positive
Mr.
about,
Prakash,
whereas
but
the
people
Chinese statement on
they
withdrawal,
will de-escalate,
it is hardly
they're going to go back,
encouraging.
they're going to pack up.
It is very
only when there is
contemptuous of
peace
India
and
very
both the
disappointing.
nations, they come over to some sort of an agreement. You need to understand it. Every debate I say you cannot change your neighbors. Every debate I've said you need to talk.
Gaurav.
Every debate I've said war is not a solution.
No,
And
you're not. You
cannot,
don't. What
talks
you need to
cannot be,
acknowledge is
groomed
what
up
you
and
need to
sort of,
acknowledge is,
backed up and said, "Look,
and I'd like to get Gaurav into the
It's not a
debate, and
victory.
Gaurav can take it further. Gaurav and Anirban now. You see, I also agree with you, Smita. I began by saying the Chinese are backstabbers, and they might have this idea of a strategic retreat only to come back later, but we'll watch them. My introductory remark only made the limited assertion that the reason this is important is because, and this is the point where we get into a debate, Gaurav. It has happened 3 days after the Prime Minister's visit to Nimmo. It has happened, and Anirban is debating with Gaurav. It is a loud and clear signal that the presence of the Prime Minister in Ladakh, you have to be blind. His speech in Nimmo, the warning to an expansionist China, and his declaration that we will show aggression if need be, has worked. Because 3 days later, China has agreed to disengage. So my point is that the stage was set when the Prime Minister went to Ladakh and spoke in Nimmo. And it is a very big victory, Anirban, for the government's operational system. When the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval speaks to the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi for 2 hours and decides as per the MEA to ensure the earliest complete disengagement of the troops at the LAC and de-escalation from the India-China border areas. We didn't wave a white flag, you wanted us to. You wanted us to wave a white flag, we didn't. That's why it's a victory, Gaurav. We didn't wave a white flag.
Also mind reader.
No, it's your mindset. Gaurav is debating with you. Anirban first, then Gaurav.
When did you become a long distance mind reader, Arnab? No, I did not want to wave a white flag, red flag, anything.
Okay, let him complete. Gaurav, let him complete.
Was to avoid the war. We did not want any war at our borders. We wanted our army to be safe. And what I say, this is a victory for strong, valiant armed forces. The government on diplomatic front, on political front has been a failure. It is only the might and grit of our Indian armed forces that has actually won us this situation. But I'll also agree with you that we cannot for a moment trust the PLA or the Chinese government because they are a treacherous lot. At any time, they might break this promise of de-escalation. So we must be on the alert. And the NDA government has stopped the expansion of the Mountain Strike Corps. That particular project passed by the UPA government has been put on hold by the NDA. We need that particular project to move forward. We need more people, more soldiers in the Mountain Strike Corps. And I urge the government to actually do some substantial work. Yes, Gaurav, please.
Okay. I was planning to start with something else, but I'll start with the Mountain Strike Corps. This is the 17 Corps.
Mr. Cholia, Dr. Cholia, please wait. Let Gaurav complete. I'll come to you. Dr. Cholia, please wait. Let Gaurav complete.
It is expanding. Work is going on, and I know this for a fact. So work at Panagarh and other places is going on for 17 Corps, which is a strike corps. Number one. Number two, you see, I think what Prime Minister Modi did was Arnab also stand up for the little guys. I mean, after his speech. Forget about China withdrawing, that's a big deal. Even countries like Burma have started to play on the front foot, telling Chinese that do not covet our territory, we will not take it standing down and lying down, and please stop supplying arms to rebels inside Burma. So a country like Burma, small country like Burma, very little population, impoverished, has stood up to China. Number three, you know, people say we don't want war, lecturing us, lecturing India. When has India wanted war? 62, 67, 2020? Were we the ones that attacked the Chinese?
No, there are a gang of warmongers, Gaurav. You know that very well. There are a gang of warmongers who actually
allow me to complete,
the profits of war.
Allow me to complete, sir.
These are war profiteers.
Yes, sir.
I'm of the life of our soldiers.
Yes, sir. Sir.
The feed of the lives of our soldiers.
Sir,
That's what they do.
Anirban ji, I would request you to allow me to complete, sir. I have served along the line of control, sir, and I know the Chinese pretty well, if not fantastically. I think I know them a little. You said they are warmongers, and I agree with you. Sir, the problem is that the warmongers understand only one kind of language, sir. So what Vivek is saying, that speak to them, talk to them, you can't change your neighbors, all these homilies which Vivek says, you know, that aisa karna chahiye, waisa karna chahiye. See, You speak to nice people nicely. But if you're faced with a brutal power like China, sometimes you have to speak to them in the language that they understand. That's all. We did not attack Chinese soldiers in Galwan. They attacked us. Let's understand that.
But what is your
in
national
1962,
policy?
Chinese were the aggressors. In 1967, they were the aggressors. Now, if China is the aggressor, time and again, Vivek ji, please allow me. If China has been the aggressor time and again, it is time to speak to China in the language that China understands. Fine, we can't change our neighbor, sir. We don't want to. We cannot. That's
one point, Gaurav, which I may add here.
China understands.
Which is
we were exchanging so much of
no, 1 second. Vivek, the problem is that you must look at the matter in a little bit of depth, which I understand may be difficult for you, but you must nevertheless attempt it.
No, I mean,
you see, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you, first of all, may I request all of you, that, you know, you have many qualities, Vivek. Among them is the fact that you have a very transparent face. You are genuinely looking distraught today. Look at you, look at DK, look at Anirban.
Not a single friend in the neighborhood.
No, you're on the verge of breaking down on television.
Single friend in the neighborhood.
You're on the verge of breaking down. I'll tell you why. 1 minute, everyone, please. I'm debating now. DK and Saurabh are on. 1 second, please. DK, Saurabh, Maulana Qadri, what's your problem? Maulana Qadri, I want to tell you something. You know something. Maulana Qadri, you're on the debate with me, right? On the right, please. Maulana Qadri, I'll tell you. Maulana Qadri, I'll tell you. Saurabh, 1 minute. Maulana Qadri, listen to me. Having dealt with you many times, in many occasions on television over the last few months and years, I think I begin to understand, I read your mind. Not just your mind of people like you. You hate Modi. And therefore, you are not willing to look at things. You hate Modi from the bottom of your heart. You despise him politically. But the problem is that takes away objectivity. You need to understand one thing. I ask you one thing. Maulana Qadri, now listen to me, Maulana Qadri. We're talking like decent people.
Arnab.
I'm not calling, you see, we're talking like decent people. Sort of 1 minute. I'm taking my time to enunciate the facts so people answer. See, viewers, you may hate Modi.
Yeah, sure.
You may not like Modi, but you must still say that to block a road in the national capital in the name of a protest is unethical. You may hate Modi, you may despise him, but when he says that I will not negotiate with China, you must stand with him. When under his prime ministership, it is the second victory, Saurabh. First, Doklam, 78 days we stayed, then threw them back. Now, Ladakh, history will write this, that the person you hate, threw back the Chinese twice. Maulana Qadri, I'll tell you one more thing and I'll wrap up. Maulana Qadri, I'll tell you one thing. I am proud. The Prime Minister of my country, and after this I'm stepping back for 5 minutes. I'm proud that the Prime Minister of my country, even in the talks on the One Belt, One Road initiative, 1 minute, I'm closing after this. People need to hear this. I'm so proud that even in the talks of the One Belt, One Road initiative, China put so much pressure on us. China put so much pressure on Narendra Modi. China put so much pressure on Narendra Modi, but the Prime Minister stood his ground. He did not send any representation to the One Road, One Belt initiatives. Which other leader in the world has fought back Xi Jinping? Which other leader in the world has fought back Xi Jinping? Tell me, Maulana Qadri.
Arnab.
Prime Minister of our country, Mr. Modi, has lied to our country. He said China has not entered into our territories. Now, when
it's a victory of a firm-footed and a decisive approach. You should be happy. Every country person, everyone who loves India should be happy today that we have rebuffed the Chinese. Everyone who loves India should be happy. You should be happy today. What are you talking about? It's a decisive and a firm-footed strategy that the Prime Minister embarked on. The fact that he went there, spoke in the manner, spoke like a statesman, sent out a message to the Chinese that there is no way India will buckle down. It's a new way India. It's a victory of new India. Do you realize it's the victory of 1.3 billion Indians, and we must sustain the pressure. Every country was supporting India. It's a victory of India's diplomacy. It's a victory of India's military strategy, tactical strike, and the political acumen. It's a victory of how India held on.
Our country's territory. Our brave soldiers.
Ajay Alok.
I'm glad that you're saying
Ajay Alok, Ajay Alok to take on Maulana Qadri now, please.
Leadership as well. It's a victory of India's decisive leadership.
No, they are not willing to give credit. No, so the issue is Maulana Qadri, I understand your issue. Maulana Qadri, I understand your problem. I understand his problem.
Approach or no? It's a victory of a new India.
Want the Chinese empire to fall.
DK Giri and Ajay Alok.
We should be working on that.
You have to stand up.
Maulana Qadri, DK Giri, point to you on the debate with Ajay Alok. Point to you on the debate with Ajay Alok. Point to you on the debate with Ajay Alok. Point to you on the debate with Ajay Alok. Listen, sometimes in life, put your hand down, first of all. Calm down, we have the time. Why do we put ourselves under this kind of pressure? Right? So many people are watching my debate right now. They should not feel that you're under pressure. And DK, what happens if you smile a little bit today? Kya ho jayega?
Yes.
Smile. Feel happy.
Yes.
This is your country too.
But it is enough.
The Chinese are moving back tents and structures at TP14 and there is rearward action at the general area Galwan, as Smita said, Hot Springs and Gogra. So whether, I'm not saying I'm going to celebrate forever, but today today आप छोटे हो जाओगे क्या? आप अगर आज इस बात को मान लेंगे, DK, if you say today that today my strategy is one and my bootlicking approach of the Congress party has never worked, but this worked.
This is a myopic strategy. This will boomerang on us. This will come back again on our strategy.
You're swimming in an ocean of negativity.
Integrate the Chinese empire. Break Chinese empire. Break Chinese empire into 5 pieces. That is the strategy.
Can you answer me
not this limited strategy pushing them back. We have the victory.
Let me
so throwing them out is not a win? No. 1 minute. Ajay Alok, what he's saying. Okay, so Ajay Alok, listen.
We push them back from Ajay Alok, that is not correct. We have to break the Chinese empire. Chinese empire must fall.
Last week you came on TV.
This is like a child you are saying we have had the victory.
No. Last week you came on TV.
Bigger ambition. Pitch your tent high. Pitch your tent high.
Smile.
Work for the fall of Chinese empire. I am with you. I will celebrate with you. Unless that happens,
if you could listen, then only you'll understand.
We are not safe. The world is not safe.
So you're not happy.
Who is this?
You're continuously speaking.
Okay, Ajay.
And you don't know what you are speaking.
Arnab is anchoring. Arnab is anchoring. Don't be patronizing. Let the anchor say it. Okay? Let the anchor say it.
Okay.
I'm making my point.
Listen to me.
I will understand.
You haven't got.
Understand. I am saying
aren't you able to judge? Aren't you able to? Okay, listen now. That's it. I've listened to you. Haven't you understood Mr. Modi yet as a person?
Yes, what did I say?
What kind of an absorber he is? Since 2002, he has been hearing abuses from you and Congress party and all everyone since the time he became the CM of Gujarat.
No, we are discussing his strategy.
Well. 2014, in spite of all the odds within his own party and with the opposition, he became the Prime Minister. In 2019, he returned back with a thumping majority. Now, the way he has dealt in the last 6 years to all our foreign countries, all our friendly nations, all our neighbors, haven't you come to know that what kind of an absorber he is? He doesn't get pressurized. He doesn't get pressurized. This is his strength.
You don't have to come
He
here
doesn't
to
get pressurized. He takes decisions in the interest of the nation, not in the interest of the family. He takes decisions in the interest of the nation.
He is also not influenced by flattery. He is not influenced by flattery and hero worship. He is a shrewd man. Let me praise him. He is a shrewd man. He knows.
And second thing, this is the biggest diplomatic victory ever.
I am saying
the biggest diplomatic victory ever that we have forced China to get back. Not only because of India, but by mobilizing the whole global community against China.
China
Don't you
is
understand
Hitler
this?
of modern times.
DK,
China has to fall. You have a myopic understanding.
DK, you are accusing me of myopia.
Yes, sir.
I can tell you one thing. If I am myopic, you are hyper myopic. You're hypermetropic.
No, you are
You have got major problems with your vision. My only myopia is because I put on these glasses. Your myopia is in your brain. Let me tell you one thing, DK. I have great respect for you. I have great respect for you.
No, tell me.
If I am saying to you, everyone saw. I admit I am myopic, but I am myopic only when I go to see an ophthalmologist. You are myopic. You are hypermetropic. You are bifocal in your brain. The problem with you is,
will you join me in calling for the fall of Chinese empire?
Listen to me.
Shall we say, you and me, that Chinese empire must fall?
Listen to me, you shifter of goalposts. You shifter of goalposts. I get you on the debate with. I get you on the debate. They're never happy, Sriram. I'll tell you one thing. Don't get upset. They're never happy. Here are a bunch of bitter and disgruntled people. I asked them to celebrate today with me. They refused to.
When the expansionism...
Sriram is on the debate right now. Sriram
is coming from communist China. He is calling our beloved Prime Minister Hitler. This just shows how degraded the discourse has become in some of these left liberal circles are now. They don't understand who stands for what values and principles. They are now willing to impose labels that have absolutely zero credibility. The one who is expanding,
this government does not know how to deliver.
Who is a dictator.
And yes, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi definitely has got fascist
designs. In this country, we have a democracy. We have voices. That's why people like DK are able to debate on television like this. Can we dare go and say something like this in China?
And when you mess up everything,
they are abusing our democracy and discrediting our achievements and calling our own successes failures. That means they have no logic or no.
Sriram, I tell you one thing. Vivek, would you mind Vivek Jinping holding back your Chinese credentials on television for 10 seconds? I want to say that.
That is your comparisons.
A minute.
Logic and sense when you make comparisons.
For the white flag.
How can Narendra Modi be Hitler? Narendra Modi is simply defending the territorial integrity of a democracy. We don't believe in expansionism. Hitler is for expansionism.
It doesn't make the nation strong. In 6 years, we have become weak.
Strong leadership, and we are defending ourselves against this
Modi is
machine
following the policies
of
of the
China that
fascist
wants
Germany.
to swallow the whole
One nation, one people theory.
Abdomen.
And we will not let you do it.
Insatiable.
We are one nation, one people. Smita, did you hear that? Smita, in a Freudian slip right now. Vivek, can you be quiet and not repeat yourself? It's a terrible habit. Smita, if you notice that Smita and Vivek, Vivek's volume down. Smita, I bring to your attention that just sometime back in a Freudian slip, Vivek Jinping said that Narendra Modi wants to have one nation, one people in India, and we will not let you do it. It is precisely what the Maoist terrorists say.
It's a diverse country.
So we will not become one nation, one people. Viewers, I want your response on that. Amazing. And he's standing by it.
You can be united by unity and diversity.
We will not let you become one nation, one people.
Who told you that we are not one nation?
That is the constitution.
Who said that?
Not one nation, one people.
Unity in diversity is fine, but we are one nation. At what point of time, sir, did you think that we are not one nation? Unbelievable. You know, Arnab, I must say this, that, you know, on a day like today, when even the most, I think the most disbelieving of us is feeling slightly optimistic, for somebody to come today and start chest beating, these are the Rudalis, these are the people who are forever dukhi. As somebody said, there's something called a, you know, Dukh Dard Society of India. They belong to that Dukh Dard Society who are all the time sad and chest beating about everything. About even unity and diversity, you will find something negative even in that. Unbelievable. The fact is that today it would be foolhardy to start celebrating and bursting crackers. Yes, agreed, given. But at the same time, it is true that today we have stood up to the expansionist policies of China. We have managed to tell China that we will not take this lying down. We have negotiated from a position of strength, not from a position of weakness. We have managed to conduct ourselves with grace and dignity, for which everybody in the world is praising us, has accepted us. And we didn't do this because we wanted praise from the global community. We did this because we have conviction in what we are doing, that we pursued a path of peace, we pursued a path of goodwill, and in spite of that, China did what it did.
When China is pulling
they were betting on, Mr. Qadri, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something, Mr. Qadri?
Yeah, please.
See, I want to continue my previous conversation with you, and I will get Saurabh also on the discussion. See, Mr. Qadri, we are a democracy, okay? You have your likes and dislikes, and I think that is true diversity. And therefore, you don't need to feel defensive about the fact that you don't like Modi. Okay, it's fine. You don't have to like Modi. You must respect the office of Prime Minister. You don't have to like Modi. You can be politically against him, but you must still say, and where I want Saurabh to come in is, and you to debate with Saurabh, you must still say that the person I don't like, Narendra Modi, gave a tight slap to Jinping with the call of Atmanirbhar Bharat. That he said that our country has the strength and skills to be self-reliant but also cater to global demands. And that's 1 minute, Maulana Qadri, listen, your promise was you would let me complete what I'm saying. I too am a proud Indian, and I need to make these points to you because I believe that we need to have the right narrative in this country. And where I'm asking my friend Saurabh and you to debate reasonably like decent people is this, that I feel very proud today that we put China under severe economic pressure. I'm so proud of my government, my army. Chinese companies were pleading with the Chinese government. Chinese companies were pleading. One more line, please. What's your problem if I speak one more line? Will it hurt you? Listen, Chinese companies went to the Chinese government, Saurabh, and said, listen, stop fighting with India. We are really getting hammered. And that is a wow moment. It's a wow moment. You should really feel proud about it.
So let us say Indian policy wins. Why you say Modi policy wins? Let us celebrate our country.
So you want me to say that?
Okay. Because
Narendra Modi is, whether you like it or not, the Prime Minister of India who shown the direction.
What is your problem? What is your problem? Why can't you give the... You need a decisive leadership in time of a crisis. That's what has happened.
That's the point.
He provided a decisive leadership. He was standing there, sending a message. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. He was sending out a message to the world that India will not be buckled down under Chinese pressure. This is what a decisive leadership does. You need a global leadership. India provided a leadership to rest the democracy. India will stand up to Chinese demands. This is what he has done. This is what Prime Minister Modi did. And you have to accept the fact that all other countries today are standing with India because of the decisive leadership the Prime Minister provided. It's about the leadership. If you have to be a global leader, you have to think like one.
He's the Prime Minister of our country. Let us give him the due respect.
Do you realize
but don't
what is
make
happening?
him like a sultan.
Do you realize you are making a fool of yourself with your arguments? Today,
Qadri, this is very bad. Qadri is very bad, Mr. Qadri. Mr. Qadri, this is very bad. This is very bad. This is very bad. What you are doing today... No. I'd like Ajay to respond. It's a political debate now, unfortunately. You see, the problem is that... आप अजय आलोक को बोलिए.
We are going through such a tough time. Even then you want to make Modi wins policy. Why Modi wins? India wins. सब मिलके celebrate करिए.
No, who is Modi? Modi is India. He is representing the country.
Shriram Cholia is debating with Maulana
Qadri. Don't make the fake distinction.
I am India. You are India. Not only Modi.
He is the most popular Prime Minister since Indira Gandhi. He represents the will of this nation. How can you differentiate the nation or the society from him?
No, no. So the
You're
issue
creating
is
a fake distinction
no.
That has no validity at all. You do an opinion
One minute.
poll today.
It's not
How many people in this
One
country
minute.
support
One minute.
democracy.
our
One
Prime
minute.
Minister
One
has
minute.
handled this
Let us-
crisis?
One minute.
Let us
One
say
minute.
that
One minute.
India-
One minute.
And
Everyone's on the debate. Everyone's on the debate. I'll tell you who's lost today, viewers. A minute, please. A minute, please. If you're going to be calm, I'll tell you. Can I tell you something? I just want to make one point and then hand over to the debate with Ajay Alok. Ajay, a member of parliament sworn to the Constitution of India as a member of the Lok Sabha called Manish Tiwari ridiculed India by saying, quoting Winston Churchill from The Darkest Hour, he said, "You can't reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth. You can't reason with a tiger when your head is in its mouth." Why? Because the Prime Minister said age of expansionism is over. Manish Tiwari thought that India's head was in China's mouth. Where is your head today, Manish Tiwari? Question number one. These people will have to be responded to and put in their place. Shiv Sena was mocking the 59 app ban. And all of you people, any of you today who are mocking the 59 app ban should realize it hit China in a big way. They lost about $50 billion US dollars in valuation, and they will lose more money. And the Chinese understand money. Modi understood that and hit them where it hurts. And the Chinese tech companies will never have the share in India they were hoping to have. They will be punished for it by the people of India.
Modi's win. Where are the spokespersons of the BJP, Arnab?
1 minute. Ajay Alok is on the
Why
debate.
have they left the media to debate?
Ajay Alok is on the debate. Why you're missing Sambit Patra?
Statistics are slightly
You're missing Sambit Patra. I'll tell him. It's not my business.
No, I'm not missing him. Why
It's
is
not
the
my
media
business.
absent from the
I have got
Why
Ajay
is the
Alok,
BJP
who represents the ruling
spokesperson?
coalition.
Why are they absent?
I've got Ajay Alok, who's a
It's very
member and represents the ruling coalition. So do away with your tribe. Ajay Alok will respond to you. Ajay Alok, it's a political
It's
debate.
very
He made it
ironical,
one.
Vivek. It's very ironical, Vivek.
Defend करेगी.
Ajay Alok
It's
will
very
respond to you.
ironical, Vivek, that to talk for your Prime Minister,
Vivek
to
Jinping.
talk for your Prime Minister, you need his party spokesperson. Come on, you have to speak about your Prime Minister. But I am one thing very certain. It's not a matter of BJP or a JDU. It's not a matter of BJP or JDU. It's a matter of national pride, which you won't ever understand. Because the other side of the people, you are those people who, when India loses match with Pakistan, you do cheers for Pakistan. These kind of people you are. I mean, who is leading the country? Who is leading the country? Prime Minister
Media defend you. Why is the Prime Minister scared? Why is the Prime Minister scared of facing the media? Where are his people? Where are the spokesperson of the ruling party? Where are they?
Scared?
They are scared.
Modi's scared of speaking the
They
media?
are scared to come when the crisis happens.
This is the biggest joke on this earth. That if you say the Prime Minister Modi is
I
scared.
go back to the issue at hand. And I bring you into the debate with DK. Smita and DK, you know, I'll try my best. Gaurav, I'll try my best, Smita and Gaurav. So Gaurav wants to say something. I just like Gaurav to come in. Gaurav, there are economic, technological, diplomatic angles to all this. But what I want you to focus on and perhaps make your own attempt to show them reason is the importance of the Prime Minister's visit to Leh. And his speech to the army personnel, which was not just boosting their morale, but telling China that we will deal a severe blow to any expansionist eyes. Sometimes, Gaurav, you need to tell them that a display of strength and a readiness to escalate from our side was very significant. I think you can tell DK and the others that maybe we can convince them. Gaurav.
Yeah. So, Arnab, before I do that, a very quick point to Maulana Sahab.
Tell us about this.
Maulana Qadri.
You know,
Maulana Qadri.
Sir, my name is Gaurav, sir, if you'll permit me, please. Maulana Qadri Sahab, a point to you, sir, when you said that, you know, when you had, you spoke that Chinese soldiers had come inside. No. When the Prime Minister made the statement that they had not come inside, they had actually not come inside. They came to the edge of the patrolling point where they were supposed to, which was agreed upon, and they stayed there. And that was a threat and that was in violation, and India said, go back. They had not come into Indian territory, sir. These are nuances which I will explain. Secondly, you know, Arnab, when the Prime Minister went to Leh, when he was addressing people, this is about the, you know, comprehensive national power profile, Arnab. It's not just the diplomatic corps or the politicians or the army or the people. Everybody works together when there is a situation like this on the border. We call it the comprehensive national power profile, which people must, you cannot take things in isolation. You can't say that, you know, diplomats did a fantastic job and the PM did nothing. It's not like that. That is not how it rolls. So the Prime Minister is the fountainhead of executive authority in this country.
By
He's
all
the
the professionals,
now, sir,
by army,
just hold on,
by
sir.
the officials,
Sir, Maulana sir, Maulana sir, please, don't interrupt, Maulana sir, please. Sir, I would request you not to interrupt. Maulana sir, don't do this. Don't heckle, sir. Don't heckle. You're elder to me, sir. Please don't heckle.
Okay, please.
I request you, sir. So, Arnab, this is what the Prime Minister did. Now, after the Prime Minister made his speech, you know what happened, Arnab? It's not just that the Chinese went away 3 days back. That is not what is important. He stood up for the small guys in the world. Arnab, even a country like Burma with negligible population and resources, Burma stood up and told China, nothing doing, you will not covet our territory. They said, Burma said that you will stop supplying arms to our rebels. Countries like America, who could do nothing earlier because everybody was scared of China, forget about America. Arnab, countries like Burma are talking today against America. Where did the strength come from? It is because India put a foot in the door. Gaurav. India led the way. And this whole thing about loss of valuations of $100 billion, Arnab, or $50 billion, that is not the story. The story is that India started off by saying that these apps we will ban tomorrow. America and Europe will also ban these apps.
And that's what's happened.
This will go into more than $500 billion over a period of months.
Yeah, and you see, I'm just a personal reflection at this point, Smita and DK. DK, why are you shouting, DK? Please smile, DK.
But
Second time I'm asking.
Allow me.
DK, listen.
No,
DK,
I'm
listen.
I'm only pleading with you, Arnab. I'm pleading with you, Arnab, to give me a chance to speak.
I'll give you more than a chance.
I'm only pleading.
You know that I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat at heart, unlike you. You're a Maoist at heart. My point to you is, DK, that I am very. It's all right, bro. I still like you personally, though if you're a Maoist at heart. The question is, DK, I'm very curious.
I am not at all. Not at all.
I'm very curious to see three things, Smita. I know, first of all, please don't mind print media, but nobody reads newspapers anymore. But please don't mind. Please don't freak out print media, which is anyway, down in the dumps. But nobody reads newspapers anymore, but I'm still keen to see the front page of the National Herald and the Telegraph tomorrow. Please don't mind the second thing which I'm keen to see, because I think Telegraph put out a pathetic headline called Nimbu or something after the Prime Minister went to Nimbu, which is the lowest it can fall. It's competing with National Herald, which said Modi's failed diplomacy turned borders vulnerable. So tomorrow in the competition for the front page between National Herald and Telegraph viewers, please note. Second point I'm curious to see, DK and Smita, is Rahul Gandhi's tweet tomorrow morning. Having failed to attend a single meeting of the Standing Committee on Defence, which will debate at 10:30, he had said Narendra Modi, surrender Modi. Rahul Gandhi, please ask Manish Tiwari to put out a good pun for you tomorrow morning. Third is, I also want to see the next statement of Owaisi, who said, our Prime Minister can't name China. Mr. Owaisi, did Jamaica put out the statement today or China? So I'm keen to see these three things. DK, now you can smile. You need to understand, the pushback worked. You admit to Smita the pushback worked. Pushback
I want to say only one thing.
No, 1 minute.
No, I want to say one.
You don't tell me, you tell Smita.
Arnab, I'm pleading. Arnab, give me.
No, don't plead with me. Debate. I don't like pleaders. I like debaters. Debate with Smita.
Yeah, go. No, fair enough. No, I was pleading for time. I was only saying, Gaurav told us about national profile strategy and all that. Any planner has three strategies in his mind: immediate, intermediate, and long term.
How original? How original?
Our long-term
never heard this before.
Our long-term strategy is to
You're
break
a genius.
up China. Don't make it business as usual. Don't celebrate too early. Chinese empire has to fall, and we have to work for it. That is our long-term strategy.
Smita will
Do not
respond
celebrate. It is too early. This is nothing. Once bitten, twice. You see, once a mistake a comedy, twice a mistake a farce, three times a mistake a tragedy.
No. We don't work towards that.
Something else tomorrow.
India never works towards that. India never works towards. India never works towards destabilizing other countries. This has never been India's foreign policy. This has never been India's national security policy. We have never worked towards destabilizing and disintegration of any country. I'm sorry, you are changing goalposts. This has never been India's policy from the time of independence to cause destabilization or disintegration of any country. What happened in 1971 was also something that Pakistan did to itself. It is a country that decided to divide itself into two. India did not do it. I'm sorry, sir. You are changing
China. How much China?
Sriram, 1 minute. I am sending, after this, Smita, I am sending an interview request to AK Antony because in the Smita. Okay. After this, viewers, in my pursuit of the immediate, intermediate, and futuristic approach, the one person who destroyed all three, immediate, intermediate, and futuristic vis-a-vis China, is AK Antony, because he removed the bunkers built by the army in 2013. I'm sending an interview request to AK Antony after this, viewers, and let me see if he responds. Viewers, big debate today. China's been thrown out. The important thing to remember is the lobby, the anti-national lobby, has never been pulverized as it has been this time. More on that when I come back on the other side.